One of the things I found when I tried to use BuddyPress in the past is I felt like the forums it didn't work the way I expected forums to work, like by going and seeing like a stream of forum posts.
Yeah.
I guess I expected more to go see just the groups, and then just like when you use VD forums or whatever, like you go and you see a list of groups and you kind of narrow down on the groups and then see that. So it seemed like groups was a little bit misleading. I understand it better now tonight, but
it's not the same kind of drill down thing as it would be. Forums get hidden a little bit. I think this is what you're trying to say.
You're sort of one step into it already.
You have a global forums directory, so this would show me, let's say I had 10 groups, this would show me the posts from all of those groups, but it wouldn't be filterable in quite the same way that you're thinking about where you drill down in a hierarchy. It's not organized in quite that way. That's just the way that it was originally architected. That's just the decision that was made. That is not permanent. So,
BuddyPress too,
BuddyPress does it the way that you would expect. It does it the way that you'd expect. So you can install BuddyPress 2.0 right next to this, and it will be another tab. And actually, you know what? On test BP, that's what it is. We actually have group forums turned off on testbp.org. Never mind my Firebug. Yeah. So where is it? Oh, testbp.org/discussion. So you don't even really know that you've left, but this is BuddyPress. And if I post something on here, an activity item will go, and it's sort of integrated. It's just not integrated into the groups. So you can already do this. You just turn on BuddyPress. If you do this, you'll probably want to turn off group forums, because then you'll have two separate forum streams, and that's a little confusing. But you can turn this on right now. In the next version of BuddyPress 1.6, we will have rebuilt that middle layer, so that all of the things you can currently do with BuddyPress forums inside of groups, you'll be able to do with this without taking away any of this stuff. So you'll have both options. They'll be able to be organized both ways. I know that's confusing. I mean, it's a moment of transition in a sense, because we're trying to go to the better system.
The groups and forums, kind of like you said before, like the terminology threw me off.
Well, but for certain uses, it actually works well. If you're going to find out about a piece of software, this is actually better. This is better, this organization. However, if you are, let's say, a member of the CUNY Academic Commons, and you aren't there to, let's say, browse as somebody who's interested in Egyptian archaeology, you're there to do some committee work. So you want to go to your groups. You don't really care about the global scheme of things. You don't need to see this. So for that, group forums are actually better than this. So when we do that upgrade, for instance, I'm not going to turn this kind of global forums on for the CUNY Academic Commons. It doesn't make sense for us. Now, that's one of the things that I like the best about BuddyPress, is that it's flexible enough that if you know what you're doing, it allows you to have any kind of setup that you want. And as we move down the line, it gets easier and easier to have those different kinds of setups. So, but your point is well taken. I totally agree with you. It's going to get better as time goes on.
A follow-up to that, but if you wanted to have a forum around the CUNY Commons, in addition to all your areas of specialty, you essentially have to create a group for that. And you automatically get everybody in that group or something.
Yeah, I'm glad that you said that.
And then put a screen maybe on the front page and just show that, and nobody would even know maybe to hide it.
Yeah, I wish that I had thought to say that, because that's really smart. That's exactly right. And I've done that for people before. You create one global group, and people don't even really know it's a group because they're automatically joined to it. And you style it differently, and maybe it has its own tab. Maybe the group is called Forums. And it has its own tab and everything. And so people won't even know that it's a group, but you're still using the group infrastructure. Now, that's a little bit of a hack. I mean, it's a little bit of a hack, and it takes a little bit of work, but it can be done. In the future, you won't have to do it that way. But yeah, it's flexible enough where you could do it right now if you needed to. Yeah? I mean, are we done? You're probably sick of listening to me, right? Yeah? So you can get in touch with me if you want to. I don't know why you would want to, but you're welcome to. And I have to say, for those of you who are developers, I'll tell you from one developer to another, and as a freelancer to another, BuddyPress, people really want this kind of stuff. Now, if BuddyPress is getting better to work with, there are a lot of clients out there. I turn people away every week, almost every day. I have to turn people away. A lot of times for little stuff, but there's a lot of money. There's a lot of money to be
Send
made.
them to the BuddyPress group for this meetup.
Well, maybe I should. Maybe I should. So there's a lot of potential clients out there. There's a lot of work if you are willing to dip into BuddyPress a little bit. So take on a small project, get the feel for the BuddyPress software. You'll be opening up a lot of work for yourself. It's a lot of work out there. So I encourage it. And also then once you've done that, then you'll start to get involved in developing BuddyPress. Please. Send patches. Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. So I'll hang around for a few minutes if you have individual questions.
Thanks. Awesome. This is obviously videotaped, so we'll be on the BuddyPressNYC website as well.